Hello, I'm Oscar Urigoyen. Today I'm going to talk about my um, journey of starting working on my Linux certification. So I have about 20 years of experience in the networking industry, from ATM and MPLS to all kind of IP, different technologies to SD-WAN and cloud. And so I want to update my profile. So, and I think one of the interesting aspects today is that a point of convergence of technologies and information is this structure of IT-based platform. So based basically on Linux. So Linux is related to DevOps and all those developing strategies for new applications and IT transformations, etc. So we have all that in the cloud, I mean, everywhere in all the devices, as you know. So this is why I'm looking for a good option for certifying my Linux background. So I have some background in using Linux, especially when I did my PhD. And then after also supporting some projects in architecting other I mean projects and situations. So and so looking for options, I found options that are very brand related, like the Red Hat or Oracle, and other options that are more generic. So I select the second option, and in these more generic certifications, I found three flavors that are interesting. So let me share my screen, and I'm going to show what are these websites where I find these certifications for Linux. So the first one is the Linux Foundational Certification Engineer, so LPCE, which is about $300. So it is very comprehensive. So you have all the basics of Linux, from essential commands to system design and deployment. So very interesting. If I had more time, I would prefer to use this option. Also, there is a bundle for learning in practicing. So as you know, it is the Linux Foundation, probably one of the most important entities of Linux in the world. So it is, I mean, it is directed, or it was founded by Linus Torvalds. So the really foundational guy of this technology. So, but I didn't select it because I was looking for something a little less heavy, even if it seems it's not super heavy, but and something that it was more packaged, because this one, Linux Foundation, so as you may know, have a lot of information all over the internet. You find videos, you find even some practice platforms as well for practicing questions in labs, etc. But I think it's a little more dispersed than other options. The second option is the LPA C, so Linux Professional Institute certification, which consists in two exams, the LPA C1 and the LPA C2. So I think it is, yeah, it is, you see here. So each exam is 90 minutes. So I found another option which is related with this one, but I think it's a little more updated. So which is the CompTIA certification for Linux class. So it is very well known as well. Even some government institutions in US select people thanks to this certification. So it is very well known in the internet as well. I mean, you will find that easily. So it is more expensive if you want to select one of their bundles, especially to practice, to have labs, and to have e-learning. But well, what I finally found is that you can select some of their tools, like this one, which is the CompTIA Linux Plus bundle, which includes, there are several bundles, but this one includes so the voucher to do the exam retake if you fail the first time. So it has the ebook, and in the ebook you will find, it seems, some parts of the book that show you what are the kind of labs that you can implement by your own, and also the Cert Master practice. So I found that some guys in the internet said that the Cert Master practice module is very useful. So this is why I really select this one. So the Cert Master Learn for Linux Plus, I think it is related to videos and other content, but it's very expensive. So to complete my e-learning, I found also in Udemy, an option for practicing. So there is here a course of about $10, where you have a platform for solving questions, so with answers, 360 questions. So very interesting. Also, if you want to have a second for questions, so I think it is important. I hear everywhere that the most important thing, and you know that, is that you need to practice. So practice for labs, practice for doing all the questions several times. So and I found also uh, a good video explaining the journey of a person. This guy, let me show you, Clark. Let me see, where is it? I think it's here. It's probably, yeah. So Clark Jason. So well, this guy tried the first time doing the CompTIA Linux, he failed, and then started again. So and he highlight his journey in their his strategy. So in this case, he shows that he didn't use the labs of CompTIA. He preferred to implement his own lab, but he used finally the master practice piece of CompTIA. So he said that this practice test platform is with amphetamines, so it's a good option for practicing all the questions. He also has Trello documentation for comments in some related information. So I think it is very useful here. And you have a video, so where Clark is relating and is showing all this journey. So this is why finally, from those three options, so Linux Foundation certification, which is, I think, is probably one of the best, but it's again probably also more complex, more difficult, and I didn't have enough time to dedicate for being super deep. I need all that just for completing all my my CV and on my understanding of new technologies. But I'm going also to work on Azure Cloud and Amazon Web Services, etc. So I need really to organize my time and select the best cost-effective and timing certification. So, well, again, if I could have more time, Linux Foundation, in probably if I wanted to select one very well-known certification, but kind of less updated than the CompTIA, I would use this one. But again, and this one is also less expensive. But again, CompTIA probably is maybe more commercial, but it has like a condensed group of tools and information. So thank you for listening and watching, and I hope that helps you. And until the next time, thank you.